kababayan! I'm so sorry that I haven't been making videos kasi as you know, last month, nagkaroon ng typhoon, tapos Pasko, tapos New Year, tapos may trabaho pa ako. So, I am sorry, but I am so excited that I finally get to make this video and I hope that you're excited too. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Diane and Balikbayan yung pangalan ng channel ko because some of my videos is about my journey in moving back to the Philippines, but also ito yung paraan ko na magbalik sa ating bayan sa paraan ng paggawa ng mga videos like this. Because I graduated with a BA in psychology and I want to share the knowledge that I learned. Because that's what you do with knowledge. You have to share it so that other people can benefit from it. By the way, I switched with Tagalog and English, but there is English subtitles for those that don't speak Tagalog. For this video, I want to cover what it means to be effective listeners. Lahat tayo may mga kaibigan o pamilya, so parte na yun sa buhay natin na mag-share sa isa't isa kung ano yung pinagdadaanan natin or kung ano yung nararamdaman natin. And that's why we all have to learn the skill of being good listeners. So, what are those common responses that are ineffective when you're trying to comfort someone? Number one, at least, blah 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 blah, ako nga. Any statement that starts with at least is already pretty dismissive of the person's situation. At least may pagkain ka. At least buhay ka pa. At least may jowa ka. It's common for people to say at least because they want to remind their friend or whoever they're talking to that other people have it worse. But seriously, does knowing other people have it worse make you feel better? Knowing that other people have it worse doesn't necessarily make people feel better about their situation or kung ano man yung nararamdaman nila. Number two is, okay lang yan. Super common, di ba? Pero kung okay nga lang, magkakwento ba sila sa inyo? Iiyak ba sila kung okay lang? To you, you're just assuring them that things are going to be okay. But when a person hears that, feeling nila sila yung nagiging OA. Feeling nila may kasalanan sila or may mali sa kanila kasi kung okay nga lang, bakit hindi sila okay? Instead of saying okay lang yan, you can say sorry na nangyari to sa'yo. You don't have to make light of difficult situations kung talagang hindi okay. It's healthy to recognize when things are actually not okay. Number three, sabi ko na sa'yo kaway-kaway sa mga magulang dyan. I told you so doesn't do anything but make the person feel guilty or feel stupid. And let's be real, when you're trying to tell people I told you so, it's really just to make them know how smart you are. Because you predicted what was going to happen, you gave them advice, and they didn't take that advice. So, too bad for you, you didn't take my advice. I told you so. Diba parang pangit yung ganun? Number four, giving quotes that you memorized, like, everything happens for a reason, pero walang follow-up. Hay nako girl, you know, everything happens for a reason naman. So, tara na, let's just go to SM North kasi I really need to buy this dress Ha? Ano daw? You'll give them a random quote or a Bible verse but you don't even elaborate on it and you just move on to the next topic. Yes, things happen for a reason and God is good, God is gracious, but how does it relate to what that person is going through? Because sometimes people use random quotes or mga Bible verse just to end the conversation. Para tumigil na yung tao na yun. Lastly, and number five, giving them advice based on your personal experience. Let's say your friend is going through some family issues. Then in the middle of the conversation, you start talking about your family issues and give them advice about what they should do. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but what can we be cautious of in this scenario? Number one, you didn't let them finish and biglang naging tungkol sa'yo yung usapan. Diba sila yung nag-share? So let them share until they are done. Second, your experience and their experience may be different, so baka hindi relatable yung ginawa mo sa dapat nilang gawin. We tend to think that experience is the best teacher, but that's not actually true. Your experience is shaped by the culture you're from, the time that you grew up in, the people around you, and things like personality or temperament. Kaya dapat ka talaga mag-ingat pag nagbibigay ka ng advice based on experience kasi we all have different experiences. And even para sa sarili mo, what worked before doesn't mean it will work in the future. And that's why we can't necessarily give advice or make decisions about our lives just based on past experiences. People may forget what you say, but not how you made them feel. Did you know that counselors aren't necessarily trained to give advice, but they are trained to listen? And lahat tayo, sometimes we are in positions where parang nagiging counselors tayo, which is why it's really important to learn how to be good listeners. If someone that you care about is going through something, sometimes the best thing that you can do for them is to simply let them know that you are there for them. Wala kang magagawa sa sakit na nararamdaman nila, so you don't have to offer advice or solutions right away. People tend to do this because nagpapanik sila and they feel like they have to say something positive to make the person feel better. But I heard from a sermon recently that pain must be felt. Walang shortcut, and each person has to go through it to overcome it. And our job as listeners isn't to remove people's pain, but it's to be present. Maging available ka lang. You don't have to fix their situation. You don't have to make them happy. You don't have to tell them what to do. A lot of times, people are just looking for someone who will allow them to talk and listen to what they're going through and what they're feeling. And that's it, Pansit! I hope whoever you are that you can be an empathetic and active listener because this world desperately needs people like that. Please huwag mong kalimutan na mag-like at mag-share at mag-subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!